What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Feedback.
Double C, double K. You know, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we
How you
got the-
been?
I'm all right.
Yeah, you good?
Been better. No, I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, I've been good. I've been good. The sun is out. Spend
Yes.
time with you. You
Is
know.
it?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, stop it,
No,
girl.
no. It's been nice. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you been doing lately?
Working on well, I've made a track list for my EP. I've been productive when it comes to my music.
Okay. Making steps.
And
Nice. I
yeah,
like that. I
so
like that.
I've been locked in. I've been
Yeah.
locked in. Yeah, man.
How like 1 to 10, scale 1 to 10. Like how far in the process are you?
I think I would say maybe between 50 and 60%.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work to do, but yeah, we've been getting there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
man.
like that. I like that.
Yeah,
Good
and
for you.
how about you? What you been doing?
Not much.
Mm-hmm.
I started working out again. I've been slacking. I've been
Okay,
slacking.
okay.
No. I've been practicing a little bit with a friend of mine who's working on something.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's been quite relaxed lately.
Okay,
Can't
cool.
complain too much.
Cool.
For once.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So we have a special kind of episode today.
Yes.
And why is that?
Because you want to tell them? No, I'm kidding. No, we have a special guest today because Shane and I were talking a lot about making the next step and how to do things, and we have someone that can actually guide us through the wilderness.
The guidance and the information.
So we have a good friend of ours here, and this is the one and only Mayıs Rukel. Welcome on the Feedback podcast.
Yes, our first ever guest on
Wow.
Feedback.
True.
Crazy.
Thank
Is
you
that-
for being here.
Of course, my pleasure. Wow, such an honor.
Is it? What do you
Yeah,
think of
definitely.
Feedback? Like the intro alone. Like be honest. Just
I
be
mean,
honest.
I just
Be
had to
honest.
hold myself from laughing because I didn't know when you would reveal me, so I was just like quietly, not visible yet.
Nice. Oh, welcome.
Yes.
Yeah. So
How are you?
Quite good, yeah. Thank you. I'm all right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why you're here as well, you have a lot that's going on, and you've done a lot already. I mean, you're an artist, you're a writer, filmmaker. Am I forgetting something? 'Cause
Musician.
musician. I mean, where did you start? What was the start of your artistry?
Oh, that's a good question. Honestly, I always feel like this lifetime I chose this before arriving.
Okay.
Because I didn't really have artists around me or something.
Mm.
When I first learned what an artist was, that was when we had like a family friend coming to stay over. And then my parents said like, oh yeah, and he's an artist. And I was like, he's an artist?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh my God, I was so little.
Yeah.
And I remember being completely smitten by this man who was an artist. And I was so in love with the idea of that. And I just felt like I found the word for what I wanted to do with this life, or the word for this action or this way of living arrived to me very early. I was lucky with that. Most people don't reach a sense of purpose,
Yeah.
perhaps till
True.
their mid to late 20s, even in later years too. But yeah, it just
definitely.
was quite early for me, and there was no other choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
So
had to be
you
that.
knew I'm gonna be an artist. I'm gonna express myself in a certain way.
Literally,
And-
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How old do you think you were?
I think probably around age 7, I would say, to be safe.
Damn,
That
nice.
is
Yeah.
early.
That is really
That
early.
was when I
Yeah.
was like writing my first stories and making a lot of drawings and saying to myself like, I never want to work like my parents do. I will write books, make films. I literally remember saying this, and
Wow.
all of
You were
this
7?
ended up
Manifesting at
Yeah,
7.
Literally, I know.
Whoa.
That's why I'm telling you. I just had
Yeah.
had this thing being born on Earth. This was the purpose and the reason.
Yeah.
And that was just clear. That's a bit metaphysical, but it is the
That's
truth.
inspirational. It's
Alright.
beautiful. Awesome.
No, it's true. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's how
awesome.
it started.
So you've done you've done a lot of things. Well, how do you come up with a plan to because you say you say you are an artist and you express yourself a certain way. How do you start? How you come up with a plan to
Yeah.
let yourself be known to the rest of the world? Because being an artist, like creating something, that's something very personal.
Yeah.
How do you approach when you want to push that forward to express to the world?
And how do you choose what you want to bring out there?
You know, the thing is, for example, the past decade and a half, maybe, I focused a lot on honing my skills, my crafts in filmmaking, in writing, in music, in every field that I work in. I did 7 years of art school in total,
Shit.
3 years of literature studies, all of these. So 10 years at least went into studying the craft with a network of other
Yeah.
fellow artists or mentors and such. So that was one side of all the preparation. And the other was, of course, putting the work in and then practicing the actual
Discipline.
craft and creating things as well, which was also a learning period too. And now I feel I'm almost 33 now, and I feel this is becoming the time for me to put things out there on maybe a larger scale. And before it was always a smaller scale for
Okay,
me.
so you
So
start
that
off
was
with
my test
friends,
ground.
maybe, or what do you mean in a smaller scale?
Yes, I would say friends and or the institutions or academias that I was a part of.
Yeah.
Within that context. Or, for example, when I was doing my bachelor studies, and the study was also partly focused on visual narratives as well, moving image, visual narrative, kind of like film. So that's when I even started making commentary videos on this Turkish series that was really popular on YouTube, just to dissect the scenario, how the storyline was approached, and everything. And by sharing that, I already gathered quite a following in Turkey because the series was really popular. So then I suddenly noticed, oh, now I have some sort of an audience
Yeah.
who also recognize my personality and what I do. So there, maybe that was like the largest reach. Um, Other things were mostly like there was an aspect of luck. For example, when I finished my bachelor's with a short film, and well, stars aligned. That was 2020. COVID was happening. Black Lives Matter was the biggest thus far at that point. So even my art school became quite visibly political, by which I mean it caught up with the kind of work that I was making. My work was always political, and but just was never understood in that
Yeah.
context of
And
the
now they
academia.
finally opened up to your way of expressing. Yeah.
Suddenly it made sense to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And then the juries that came to award the year's graduates then were aligned with me. So they gave me that award. And when I received that award, that meant I was on these newspapers that I didn't even know about in the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
yeah,
So I was sending a link to my friend and like, hey, this the Volkskrant
my
talked about my
God.
film. And he's like, what the fuck?
Is that a big thing? Do you know it?
I had no idea. And
Yeah.
Het Parool, like all these newspapers were talking about my work. So that was also a reach. But still, I would say within an academia context, right?
Yeah.
A successful graduate's film
Yeah. Okay.
kind of vibe was the initial ways I was able to get some reach. So to also answer your question, I would say in that context, it was really trusting my gut and doing my best with the work and timing, making sure that it was received and understood so that people wanted to give it platform.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's also the stars aligning as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Well, then I have another question because you said you went with your gut. How do you have insecurities, and how do you deal with your insecurities when putting your art or your artwork out there for the public? How do you? Because I can like if I talk for myself, I can when I let people hear a song or an idea, and I'm so focused like on their reaction, and I
Yeah.
almost forget like, but wait, I like it. Wait. Then I'm too busy with like, but do you like it? Do you like it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, how do you deal with that?
I totally understand that feeling. Yeah, no, really. But also at the same time, for example, there are things that I put out that I actually, I'm jumping from things in my head, but I was reading Milan Kundera's thoughts and ideas about a writer, a novelist, and an artist and everything. And he was saying, like, in the later years, it's an artist's duty to sweep around their work a little bit. to be like, these are the main works, and these things are more practices, sweeping around a little
Yeah.
bit, not disregarding that
No,
work,
no,
but
no.
being a bit like discerning about what do you want to put as your work out there,
Yeah.
and what are things that, for example, an art historian or something can consider like some stepping stones in your
Yeah,
path.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So
a really
then,
Yeah,
cool
that
way to
makes
look at
yeah.
it.
yeah,
Okay, that's refreshing.
I feel like it's really important to put those stepping stones out there too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But still with some sort of discernment. Like there are things I put out that I wouldn't maybe immediately show when I show my crafts in a certain context. But still, it was good that I did, because I put my everything in it and then I put it out there. And there
That's
are other
exactly the
things.
thing.
For example, I'm really happy that the first novel I wrote didn't
Yeah.
come out. You know what I mean? Because you can only come out with a first novel once in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when I wrote it when I was 19, you know, I was
You were
really
19 when you started it?
when I wrote my first
That's
novel.
crazy.
Yeah, I gave it like a whole year.
That's crazy.
Yes,
That's
yes.
crazy.
Well, okay, like
Mm,
so I mean you have different forms of art. Okay, I happen to not be a reader. I have a really hard time focusing on the reading, but that doesn't mean that I don't get that people really have this thing for it, because not everyone has a thing for music, playing music, but I think it is not the easiest or the most straightforward thing to go write a book, because it's not just coming up with a story, it's about
How do you tell the story?
yeah,
Like how you
and
keep me
and
into the.
who do I want to reach,
Mm.
and what's the tone? Is it formal? Is it, but also like the marketing wise, are you gonna market in one country, different countries? So you have to translate it. How is it the subjects? It can be too, like how do you're
yeah.
19, bro.
He's in shock. He's in
I was living the most unhealthy lifestyle when I was 19, bro. I was not thinking of
And you were meanwhile like writing a novel. Like what the
like
f?
now I could write a novel about my 19. No, but that is impressive, my dude. That is really
100%,
impressive, man.
100%.
Yeah. I really tried. I really tried. I wrote it and I really tried to get it published. Um, but yeah, writing is a different craft. I think I also feel like when we really listen to this inner urge to create something or work on something, there are other things interfering and intercepting on your behalf as well. I feel like I really had to become 32 before I can really feel like, yeah, maybe now I can publish my first
Yeah.
novel. But the one I wrote when I was 19 was incredible practice
Yeah,
of
exactly. You needed
plotting.
that to become, or become the 32-year-old with a new vision, maybe new ideas. Like you said, the stepping stones. You need those practice things, where you also put all your effort and everything into it, and then taking the experience of life and then experience of the making the art.
Yeah.
I think that makes even better art. And like you said, just the stepping stones to
So
reach your own greatness, I guess.
Exactly. And for something like writing, it's necessary, I feel like, to have a life experience for sure. Or after writing that novel, then I started studying English literature, which meant a critical dissection of
yeah.
literary texts. So there also, not to underestimate like mentors that come our way, then I received a lot of mentorship there. It, of course, when writing, it helps to love reading. Like it's like one of my lifelines is to read. I have to read every day. And that really helps to
Yeah.
write when you start reading, especially critically. Yeah, like you said, exactly like you said, it's just a accumulation of experience and tryouts and failings. But the thing is, that feeling of insecurity when you show something, perhaps maybe I would call it, I don't know if it was delusion, just something really helped me not
Yeah.
be afraid of it or something. Things that I put out or sent to festivals or did things like, I just did it. I don't know why.
So like
Yeah.
the putting out, because I mean you have the writing, but also the music. You produce your own album. So again, impressive. But how do you know which platforms or which? How do you choose which one is the best for you?
Yeah, because you had like the end of your album, and then what?
Because with music back in the day when we didn't have all the platforms, you go out with a CD and you bring it everywhere. Like, hey, listen to my tape, listen to my tape, listen to. So I can imagine now within 10 clicks something is out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you know which one is the right one for you, and how do you get like your reach? You know.
I did that, by the way. In 2012, I was literally bringing CDs of my
Of course you
demos
did.
That's
and
awesome.
yeah,
That's
like
awesome.
my recordings, my cover songs to these record labels in Istanbul. I was just like, but the thing is, two things I would try to do. One, decide for myself what kind of reach or what do I imagine for this piece of
Yeah.
work, and also try to listen what it dictates. Where does it want to be and where does it land also.
Hmm.
So I just start throwing it around and see where it lands, sending it to this record label and not receiving anything. With my first novel, giving it to these publishers, and some of them would never read it, but receiving beautiful rejection emails that encourage me and tell me you can do better, keep working on it. And with music, especially the album, I think the decision was that this is a very, like, the Vast Terrain, the album I wrote, is a very personal one. It was definitely the product of a period of grief and heartbreak. It was such an intimate process for me. I never really imagined it to become like explosive
Yeah.
thing that would set up a career in music for me, but more so, I wanted this poetry to be out there and wanted the people who like to listen to that kind of stuff to have that available, combined with the beautiful visuals that Lucy made. And in that sense, I was doing both of that. Kind of, I actually did go when the Vast Terrain was completed. I went to this festivals event where they brought record label representatives in the Netherlands
Nice.
together, and you could have speed dates with them.
Oh, that is
Oh.
sick. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
fucking genius.
Yeah.
I've never heard
Yeah,
of
I
this.
stayed over at a friend's place in Amsterdam for 3 days. Every day I went to these record label representatives, sit down in front of them, showed them my music, and got their feedback. But of course, they speak from an industry level
Also, what's in it for them?
experience.
Yeah.
Totally. And they were like, just the sound doesn't match the industry standard, they would say. Or they would say like, oh, this is like cabaret a little bit. You like have such humorous lyrics. Why don't you perform it on stage? Maybe this is more for stage. It's not for radio. So that kind of feedback. Then I would
Feedback,
just
it's
listen
feedback.
to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I would say like, okay, so this industry leader thinks this way about Vast Terrain, and that's information for me. And then just releasing it on Spotify. And honestly, when the year wrap came, I was shocked to see more than 25,000 people listen to my whole Spotify, but I think 10, 11,000 on the Vast Terrain itself.
Oh wow.
So there it was on. I
Nice.
think it went into the algorithm and a playlist because I don't have such a big music following, but it just
Yeah.
made its
No,
way
yeah,
into this
But that's
poetry.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
music, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I applaud you when it comes to going to Amsterdam, be there every day, talk with each, because that shows you your hunger. That shows you like you're dedicated, and it's inspirational, man. Like you really sparked something right here. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, I think that's so dope. How you just, I feel like if you want something, you really go for it. You don't go half-assed. You just go full front, and it's
Totally.
that's dope.
Oh, that's really true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, but the way you talk about it, you know exactly what you are and how you are and who you are, and you also know how to me, in this conversation, how you want to represent yourself, and I think there's a lot of confidence here, and that's very inspiring.
That's something
man.
that we can suck. Like you're well on your way.
I'm trying, but I'm not there yet,
No, but
honey.
you're well on your way. I've been talking about doing shit, but I'm doing shit with other people, which is also
But
great.
these are our stepping stones.
Yeah, because-
Still a
yeah.
process.
So
Definitely.
this is gonna make me think like, why the fuck, like, yes, you can do things with other people, which is awesome, but eventually at the same time I'm still suppressing my own shit. And the other day, for the last episode, make sure you check it out, where we jammed on each other's songs.
Yeah, yeah.
I
was
heard
so
my
cool.
own thing after years, and the fact that you guys were like, really, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so there is something.
Yeah, 100%,
And then
100%.
now hearing this, I'm like, why, what the fuck have I been doing?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we're busy.
thank you.
Yeah.
No, totally.
Yeah,
Like
awesome.
that action that you mentioned comes as a result also of the quiet work that you do by yourself too, right? Then at home, listening to your own stuff, imagining it, thinking about it. I write a lot when I'm taking walks by the water for like 2 hours. All these isolated work is like the foundation of this thing that you're building. And when you know that you built it, like you can't lie to yourself. You
No.
know, it's
Yeah.
embodied information on
Yeah.
you that I gave this so many hours and did my best for it. Then the action is so easy to just be in Amsterdam for 3 days and be like, this is what I made.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
at that point about this. There's also that humbleness of like having sweat on this thing, and it's now in your hands, and it's like, and here's my best. This is my best. What do you think of it?
Yeah.
Like, how can I improve this? Such an inspiring moment also to have that contact. Yeah, that is very much my Aries. My Mars is in Aries in my birth chart. Action, like take the action.
Yes, but I
Boom,
see. I
boom,
love
boom,
that.
boom.
That's something
That
that we can
helps.
definitely take. So,
Yeah.
would you, if you, because we just starting out and we want to get out there and achieve certain goals. Do you have any advice for us?
Or for people that are watching that have similar questions.
Depends on the field, I would say. For example, now that I mentioned already that now in my 30s, I feel more a professionalizing wave happening in my life, like approaching my craft a bit from a professional lens. Then I start to understand the importance of having someone who represents you, like an agent that is already connected, that understands you and cares about your work and wants to put it out there and wants it to be successful. I think it's definitely important to make that kind of a connection.
Yeah.
I would also say not just a network, but like a peer cohort of mentorship and feedback if you can gather this so that you can get out of your own zone and come together and listen to each other's song and jam on it, and then you suddenly notice like, oh my god, I haven't heard my song music in so long. And that kind of getting out of that isolation, I
Yeah,
think
your own
is a
bubble
good
and just
idea.
Yeah.
broaden your horizon in a different
Definitely.
sense.
I would say for films, for example, if you have an idea, I understand that filmmaking feels like this huge thing, and it can become that. But also with films, go for it. Just like get the camera, get the basic equipment you have, and make the best of your vision, because then you learn so much and you never know where it goes to.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it can go in beautiful ways than you can ever imagine. I don't know if I'm able to give like good like advice. I don't know. I'm
So
Well,
far,
yeah, you're doing right,
so far,
yeah.
like you've been without giving advice.
Exactly.
you've
Like I'm
did
ready
a
to
lot,
do
man.
stuff now. Like, okay, let's go. Let's just go to record labels. Let's do stuff.
exactly.
So you definitely sparked something. No,
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
I
awesome.
think that's also 100% the point of why we're doing this to encourage people to give insights and literally personal. Like we always put people on a pedestal that are already there. You know, like, oh yeah, I'm never gonna reach that goal. You know, like, shut up, man.
And even
You're-
those people, everybody starts somewhere. Like nobody, we don't always understand like the whole journey a person takes before they
Yeah.
get to a certain point. Like it doesn't come easily.
No.
You just have to keep going. You have to. I think, yeah.
And I also feel a clarity about why you want to do this helps so much. I feel really clear about the fact that I want to turn my life into an offering and then leave it behind. This is just
So poetic. Like how can Jesus?
but it comes from something so morbid because I have such an awareness of death and shortness of life, and I've been like that all my life. I was 6 when I was begging that I would die earlier so that I don't see my grandparents dying. I would cry and
Okay.
I was just so aware of death all my life.
Yeah.
And that makes me, for example, feel at ease with the thought that, okay, I have all these ideas, all these talents and skills that I invested 2 decades to hone and make better. But if I die without accomplishing any of it, fine.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. Then that's what this universe is needing from me, and that's okay also. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine if I just die without having done any of them.
The universe needs more of Mayıs Rukel.
100%. 100%.
And of our slacking ass.
Let's go.
There we go.
No.
You want to
No,
go?
no, we're not going. We're not going. No, we're not
going
going.
anywhere.
No, but thank you so much
Yeah.
for being here, being our guest, inspiring us, because you definitely did for me, and I think
100%.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite like moved. Like, I'm like really,
Oh,
I'm
thank
I'm
you.
really thinking like again, you were 19, bro.
Right?
You know,
We've been
like
slacking.
you
Like,
you you
God,
you you
hell.
did stuff, and
Yeah.
you know you do something, you learn from it, but also the process. And now I get so much what you mean with the more grown up uh look at things and way on handling things. And that's the part when it comes like, okay, what am I, okay, I have done this, what am I actually, what is it for, what, you know, that's something that, to be honest, you don't think about necessarily. You just want to, you want to make something, okay, and I wanted to get out there and I want people to like. But this approach, like knowing that you are approaching it that way makes a lot of sense.
Yes, and that is also the reason why I can't advise on the business side of it so much, because for me it's not about the money, and
No.
it didn't bring me money, and maybe it will never bring me money, and I'm fine with that completely.
Yeah.
This is for me the way that I live. I just want to create in these mediums that I create works
Yeah.
in. That's the life I want. As long as I can dedicate my time and my life to this craft, I live a happy life. And I really
That's
had
it,
to
man.
struggle with
That's
that
it.
all my
That's
life, but
it.
I'm so grateful that 32 years I've been able to dedicate to just making art, and it was a struggle. I had to pave that path. It was a struggle with family, with everything that you can imagine. I wasn't just given this, but that's the only way I can live and survive on this earth in this lifetime, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I think if you look in the dictionary, artist, you see a fucking photo of you, bro.
Oh,
I
exactly.
swear to God, man.
Yeah, man. No, this is very inspirational. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank
talking
you. I'm
about
glad.
art, let's do something with your art.
Yes.
What we're gonna do today?
Take out your phone, pick a song, one of your own songs,
Mhm.
and
I think I know. Yeah, I think I know what I
Yeah.
want
Well,
to play.
what
Yeah.
what are we gonna do?
I think I have two options, but I think the first one, let's go with that one. It's a bit of a funny one. It's called "Lay on Me."
Lay on Me.
You'll see.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Awesome. I'm
So
excited.
we'll put the song in the description, the whole shebang, the whole album, and all right, let's see.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's see what
jam.
you brought.
Let's jam it
Yes.
out. Let's go.
Perfect.
Tune in, guys. Ay.
This is "Lay on Me." I was in the depths of despair. I was feeling beyond repair. It was only a month ago. Oh, the wound you left was still sore. My sister said, that's enough. Put yourself out there, have some fun. She even picked my photos, wrote a cute bio. To be honest, I thought, why not? It was still you in all my thoughts. But since you really fucked me up, I asked him out. But these bitches, they come to the date 40 minutes late, and they talk about themselves all day. Right at the start, there is no spark. Yeah, he looks hot, which compensates. But I miss my ex, cause right after sex, he didn't check his Instagram in bed. Can't hold a convo, and they really don't know oral hygiene or gentleness. And they have dirty fingernails. I know I'm being a bit mean. I mean, of course there are very nice ones too. But none of them is you. And maybe it's better that it's true. Remember our kiss in Esteri. I laid on you and you lay on me. I felt so close to the mystery of love. And I know that you thought you'd find another love just like mine, but you will see I'm the only one, the only one. 'Cause those bitches, they'll come to the date, making you wait, making you feel like you've been played. Minimal effort, and they will never give you the space to hesitate. Won't try hard to make things right, to feel like family to your mom. Won't be as horny and sensitive like me. If I am wrong, well, that's just great. But the choices are made. It's a choice, not fate. Isn't that just great? I love this one. Yes. It was great.
Woo!
So that was interesting.
Mm.
That was nice.
It was fun. It was fun to do. Like, it is a feedback first to have a guest and do a jam together.
Yeah.
But I thought it was dope to do, and I love your song, man.
Yeah.
It's a very nice song.
Yeah, thank you. You picked it up quite quickly because, you know, we talked about it, my songs don't really have a verse or a chorus that repeats
Yeah.
a lot. So it's usually progressing through a storytelling like texts
Yeah.
from top down. So yeah, it went really fast also with how you picked it up.
Yeah, it was challenging, but in a fun and a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
I
Yeah.
loved it.
I mean,
So-
it didn't go too fast because this the structure thing. But
Yeah.
And we work together. Look at us.
don't start. But yeah, no, nice. And
So what is the song about? Like, what is the story behind the song?
Yeah, the whole album, The Vast Terrain, the album is like the process of a breakup, right? Like it starts with kind of an initial acceptance of the breakup, and then it goes on to like the first big impact of it. The painful second song is a bit painful, and this is, I think, this is the third song in the album that is like, when you try dating again and you start stumbling because. Of course, the ex-lover, even though
Still there.
exactly,
Yeah.
you know, like there are reasons the breakups happen, but there's also a reason why a relationship worked for the duration of it. So then they hold a precedent that is, in dating again, you can't immediately find that match of like, he wouldn't check his Instagram in bed like that, or coming on time to a date, that kind of things, or even just oral hygiene, gentleness.
Which is very
There's a bit of a-
important.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Still a bit of like funnier parts of the song, but still that is the idea of like comparing, but then goes into a bit of nostalgia in the song, and then towards the end, it holds the mirror to the other person, to the ex, being like, I was also good in these ways for you as well, and you will also see in your encounters that this is not gonna be matched.
Yeah.
Even though at the end the song ends like, but if I'm wrong, well, that's just great. Like if you
Yeah.
found someone who matched or even surpassed,
that's good
then
for you.
good for you.
Yeah.
And the acceptance tone of like choices are made. It's a choice, not fate. Isn't
It's like
that
a
just
whole
great?
journey.
Yeah.
Okay. Well
Yeah, the
said.
whole
Well
album
said.
is like that. Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
These bitches.
This bitch. Yeah. Like nice.
Yeah, it's also, of course, so you know, a lot of my songs are quite autobiographical, and many times people tell me like, how did you manage to share something so intimate, so like unhinged, and like depths to your
I
soul?
think delivery is also very a good part of it, and the way you deliver that and the storytelling in the song, it just works.
Yeah.
It just really
Exactly.
works.
That's the thing. In my own container of writing the song and recording it, I didn't feel vulnerable or like in danger if I share this or something. I just had to wait for the right moment to share it, of course. But still, when I sang it live with you now,
Yeah.
then I was a bit like, oh my God,
When
I
was
wrote
Yeah.
this and now I'm singing it. Yeah, there I
Nice.
felt it a bit.
What I
when it was
find
out of
nice
my
is it's
co-
it's not your, so if you, when you think of like a breakup song, it's not your usual go to or approach to a breakup song because either it's most of the time like directly that moment, like either mad or sad or happy, like fuck you. But in this case, you are so okay with what happened now, what happened and how it happened, and you translate that very well to even the chords and the wordplay and where you go softer and where you pick it up again. So that you feel that you're very comfortable in what you brought out.
Mhm.
I find that really really cool.
Yeah.
That definitely resonates. Yes, exactly. The wordplay is also, or the whole storytelling structure, yeah, really holds that. And through the album also, there's just one mad song, but even that is not so mad because in the end, heartbreak is also about love, right? There's also the love that is
Definitely.
still resonating. You still hear the echoes of the love. So
Yeah.
it never went into that kind of a place. But all the wordplays really helped me, yeah, just kind of conveying that complicated emotion. And there are wordplays that people can understand, and there are those only the person I talk about
Yeah.
can understand,
Understands.
or
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, or when his name would pop up in a song, but no one knows, and but it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, it's
Awesome.
interesting. Yeah,
Well, thank
but
you,
yeah.
thank you so much for doing this with us
Yeah.
and being our first ever guest
Yeah.
on Feedback.
Mhm.
It was for fucking
And thank you for
amazing
bringing
to
your
have
own
here.
juice that we can entrust us to, not make it something horrible.
Because that could have
that's
always
some
been the
trust.
case. That could have
That's some
also been the
trust. I'm gonna
case.
say no, but yeah, no. This was really awesome.
No,
Yes,
what
thank
an
you so
honor.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, thank
Thank
you
you,
so,
sir.
so lovely. And it was wonderful to be your first guest. I really enjoyed it.
Woo!
Thank you. And thank you for playing my song so beautifully.
Yeah, it was fun to do. It was
Yeah.
really fun to do. Awesome. Well, this is the end of our
Feedback.
episode of
Double C, double K.
Double C Double K. Sorry, I do it every time.
And,
Feedback.
where can we find your album?
On Spotify,
Hey.
Vast Terrain, Mayıs
Hey.
Rukel. Just search for my name. There it is. With
There
some
it
other
is.
covers also there as singles, but Vast Terrain is the first album work there. And yeah, the beautiful visuals of it were made by Lucy Gerard, my friend,
Hey.
who did an incredible job. So yeah, watch it with the music. Every
Alright.
song has this little repeating loop of a video that was captured in such beautiful essence for each song. So just yeah, it's a whole universe in itself.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Guys, check it out. And
As you should.
share it.
Yes.
Listen to it, stream it, and hopefully till the next one.
Yeah. Feedback out.
Ciao.
Ciao.
This was the most awkward fucking.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Where were you?
What's wrong with me?
You were so you were like,
I was
go,
giving, no,
go.
I was giving you room. You were saying like good shit, so I was like, yeah, I agree. I don't want to be like that. Like no, do your fucking shit. Like the fuck.
Sorry.
Wow.